Hello everyone, this is Isha for Pinkfresh Studio. Today I'm excited to share an elegant card featuring the brand new Blooming Grace product suite. This collection is full of whimsical floral images, making it a joy to create with. For this project, I'm focusing on the Blooming Grace washi tape, which showcases stunning floral clusters in soft lilacs, warm orange, and pretty blue gray colors, all accented with gorgeous gold foiling, such a dreamy and rich combination. The supplies I am using for this card are Blooming Grace washi tape, coordinating dies, elegant circle dies, and Leafy Lattice press plate. For the ink colors, I'm using soft lilac, slumber, and sun-kissed inks. I'm also using iridescent dewdrops and wow metallic gold rich embossing powder and clear embossing ink pad. All the supplies are listed in the description box below, so be sure to check them out. Let's start. I'm beginning by adhering the Blooming Grace washi tape onto a white card base. I am trimming it where the next floral cluster begins, and then I'm going to burnish it with a bone folder to ensure smooth, bubble-free finish. After that, I'm cutting away the excess washi and the cardstock. Using the coordinating dies, I carefully align them over the washi covered cardstock. Since washi tape doesn't stick well to another washi, I am securing the dies with yellow washi tape and also attaching them to the cutting plate. Then I run them through my die cutting machine. For a different effect, I also adhered the washi tape onto vellum. The translucent feel adds a delicate, elegant look. However, I am not yet sure what I am going to use in the end. Next, I am placing the Leafy Lattice press plate onto the BetterPress magnetic plate. Put white cardstock onto the acrylic plate and run it through the die cutting machine. The result is a beautiful textured letterpress effect. Off camera, I die cut the elegant circle dies twice from white cardstock. I am arranging the circles on my card panel, marking the placement lightly with a pencil. Then I am trimming the panel to 5 and a quarter by 4 inches. To add stability, I am layering two circle frames together using the liquid adhesive and place them under a stamping block while they dry. Now it's time for some ink blending. I'm using a 1-inch blending brush for this step. I'm applying Slumber ink to the largest circle. Then I am adding sun-kissed ink to the middle circle. I'm placing my floral clusters to check on how much ink I need. And then lastly, I'm adding soft lilac ink to the smallest circle. Before finalizing the ink intensity, I position my floral die cuts to check the color depth. Here you see me playing with all the elements. This is just so I know where I want to put my florals and the die cuts. To add extra elegance, I die cut the elegant circles from Pinkfresh Gold Glitter cardstock and adhere them to my panel. I am using liquid glue as it gives me some wiggle room for perfect placement. I then trim any overhanging pieces. Next, I am adhering the inked circles inside the gold frames. I am placing the clusters to see how it looks. Once I am happy, I will attach the floral clusters using a combination of 3D foam tape and liquid glue for dimension. I also tucked in a few smaller floral pieces to create a fuller look. Now I am cutting all the hanging pieces of my floral clusters. For an elegant touch, I am layering white circle frames over the gold glitter frames, allowing the shimmer to peek through. This adds a subtle yet stunning detail. After assembling my panel, I decide that a plain white card base doesn't do justice to the design. So I'm going to ink blend. I'm blending with Slumber ink at the lower right side. Here I'm wiping my surface so that I won't contaminate the other color. I keep checking with my floral panel as to where and how much color I want. Here I'm putting soft lilac ink at the top right of the panel. And then we are going to use sun-kissed ink near the circle with orange color. These small details make a big difference in the final look. Adhere the panel to the card base. For the sentiment, I'm using the Blooming Grace stamp set with the phrase, "You brightened my day." Since it's a new stamp, I'm conditioning it by rubbing it gently with my fingers for a crisp impression. I'm stamping it twice using Wow Clear Embossing ink. This is to give me a nice inked image. Next, I'm sprinkling gold embossing powder and heat set it for a beautiful shine. I am die cutting the sentiment using the coordinating dies. I'm also die cutting it from gold glitter cardstock and 3 times using white cardstock. Here I'm stacking the white layers together using liquid adhesive. And now I'm going to offset the embossed sentiment slightly over the gold die cut, allowing a glimmering edge to show through. Adhere the sentiment to the white stacked die cuts. I am adding some gold splatters to the card using watercolor for a touch of sparkle. I have covered my floral clusters using post-it notes so that I won't get splatters over them. And now finally I am adhering the sentiment to the card. To complete the design, I am adding my favorite iridescent dewdrops for a soft, elegant finish. And we are done. Look at the gorgeous textures, gold accents, and dreamy pastel shades. After completing this card, I was inspired to create another one using similar products but with a different technique. I didn't film the process, but here is a quick rundown. I used Blooming Grace stamp set, coordinating dies, and the coordinating stencils. This is a 5-layer set of stencils. I also used the dotted petal press plate from one of our previous releases, double stitched rectangle dies for the frame. The ink colors I used are eucalyptus, grassy knoll, storm, sweet mustard, slumber, sun-kissed, and detail black. I used a blue card panel and ink blended it using Storm and detail black ink along the edges. I put the dotted petal press plate onto my BetterPress system. I stamped the floral images in black and added color using the coordinating stencils. Even with similar elements, this card has a totally different look. I hope you enjoyed today's project. If you like this tutorial, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to this channel, turn on the notifications so you will never miss out on new crafty inspiration. Thank you for joining me today. Until next time, happy crafting and bye bye.